everyone, Ellie here and welcome to my Bellefit Postpartum Girdle review. I thought that we would start with a little bit of unboxing. My postpartum girdle has arrived, so I am going to open it up. Let's see what's inside. So here it is, medical grade childbirth recovery. Very sexy. Enjoy taking a couple of pictures in that, I'm sure. And another little package which has some extras in it, like extra clasps, so probably to tighten it up and change the shape. I'm currently about 38 weeks pregnant. Give you a quick belly shot. There it is. Could be any day now. So this is my second baby. I had my daughter 5 years ago and I did a postpartum girdle for some of that, but I found it quite uncomfortable, especially when I was sitting down, so it made me feel a little bit better while I was out and about. I was trying to close my abdominal gap, I guess, my Diastasis Recti. Yeah, it was quite uncomfortable, and at first glance it looks more comfortable, so that will be a big factor as to, you know, whether I'm going to be wearing this on a daily basis or not. So I will let you know how I get on with that once I start wearing it after the birth. So one thing that's I definitely already know is different about the Bellefit postpartum girdle as opposed to the generic type of girdle that I got last time is that they offer a more of a custom fit. So they asked me all sorts of measurements, like what my pre-pregnancy weight was, what my current weight is, whereabouts am I in my pregnancy now, and what my weight was when I gave birth. Basically both pregnancies I have put on about 20 kilos. They decided to give me a size medium based on my measurements. They also asked me my hip measurements, I think. Yeah, more of a custom fit to what I had last time. So the reason that I agreed to try the Bellefit postnatal girdle is I see it as part of an overall recovery process from birth. I know that I have very separated abdominals. I did after my daughter and I closed the gap somewhat. It never closed completely, and I don't necessarily believe that you have to close off the gap completely. I believe that you can have what's called a functional diastasis. Should be able to mostly close up, so making sure that I do safe exercises, avoid certain exercises. I wouldn't recommend, you know, something like this if you're using that as your only means to try and close your gap, but it's one of a number of things that you can do. And you know, there's many factors at play that are going to determine if and how easily your gap closes between your abdominals after birth. I will share a bit of my journey with you over the coming months, and I'll try and, you know, do a really fair comparison to my recovery from the birth of my daughter 5 years ago. There are a lot of factors to take into consideration. I'm now 5 years older. I've now got a child to look after already who is in my care full time, so we homeschool or unschool our daughter. I may have a little bit less time for exercises compared to what I did the first time round. So I'm using this Bellefit girdle as, yeah, a little bit of added assistance to my pre-pregnancy size. I want to, yeah, return to a really good functioning abdominal area. I want to eliminate any lower back and hip pain, which has been an ongoing sort of challenge for me. So I'll keep you posted on how I go with my Bellefit girdle over the coming months. Hi everyone, checking in because I have had the baby now. So we had a beautiful baby girl and she is now 7 days old. I'm not wearing my Bellefit postnatal girdle just yet, but I wanted to show you what I have been wearing. So I've just got a few old boob tubes and I've been wearing those instead of my Bellefit girdle to start off with for this first week, and I'll likely probably wear them a little bit longer. So I'll just show you the one I'm wearing at the moment. It's literally an old boob tube. Okay, it's nice and soft. I'm sure that the Bellefit girdle is quite soft as well, but the reason that I've chosen not to wear mine just yet is because there's a lot of healing that goes on, especially in that first week after birth. If you have a natural vaginal delivery, everything's a little bit tender and swollen. You know, you're bleeding as well. Some women can bleed up to 6 weeks. Mine slowed down a little bit, but I did have a 2nd degree tear, so I've got about 10 stitches down there, and I just didn't feel like wearing the girdle just yet because it ties up sort of underneath your crotch. So all I have been wearing are the most comfy and soft nana knickers that I can find, and soft pads as well. That's why I've chosen to wear these boob tubes just for the first week or two, because they're really soft. They don't do up underneath the crotch. So just that quick check-in, and I will be back with you when I do start wearing my girdle. So I'm back again. What I haven't talked about, and I should probably mention, is my measurements at this stage. So throughout my first pregnancy with my daughter 5 years ago, I blogged and vlogged all my measurements and my entire pre and postnatal fitness journey. I haven't done that this time, and I'm not intending to. I'm doing a few other things this time round, but I do have my measurements from last time to compare with. With the second birth, I did grow a little bit bigger, so my waist measurement ended up as 113 centimetres. With my first daughter it was 109 centimetres, and that was both right at 40 weeks, just before I gave birth pretty much. My first daughter was 8 pound 4, and my second is 8 pound 13. I really grew similarly in both pregnancies. Obviously there's lots of other variables that are different as well, but I'm sitting at 97.5 centimetres as opposed to 98 last time, and it's 1 week after the birth. I'll check in with you again soon. Now at 5 weeks postnatal, and I have been wearing my Bellefit girdle for the past 3 weeks. In fact, I have worn my Bellefit girdle every day for the past 3 weeks. And in case you're wondering, yes, it has been washed. So I'll give you a little look at the girdle. There it is, 5 weeks postnatal. You'll see that it does up down the front, and I have got it on the wider part, so as my waist gets smaller I'll be able to move over to the other side there and just tighten it up a wee bit. Now in terms of my stomach measurements, if I compare those to my first postnatal journey, they're pretty much the same, pretty much exactly the same. If I'm being totally honest, at the 1 month postnatal mark, my stomach is 1 centimetre smaller than last time, which I don't necessarily count as being significant, because it could easily change that much over the day, and it depends when I'm measuring it and what I've just eaten, and a few other things. First postnatal journey, I was eating more pristinely, and I was exercising more and earlier on. I've really only just started getting into some really basic fitness. It took me a little bit longer to recover this time, and the juggle's been a little bit different having 2 kids in tow. So, you know, different variables. My diastasis, it truly has gone closer together, much faster than the first time round, and I'd definitely say that that's to do with wearing the Bellefit every day. I'm down to already only 1 finger gap with my diastasis, and it was a few fingers just a few weeks ago. Yeah, I'm not expecting it to close completely, but it's closed really nicely. I'm not getting back pain, I don't have any pelvic pain, and if that has anything to do with the girdle, then that's really awesome. I do like wearing it because it makes me more aware of my posture, so it helps me to think about standing up taller, and yeah, it makes me feel better as well, because when I'm wearing it, it does decrease my waist size by a noticeable amount, so it helps me to feel more confident when I'm out and about. I am going to continue wearing the Bellefit girdle for another month before we head off again on our slow travel journey. We travel very minimalist style, so we only travel with 2 checked bags, so the Bellefit girdles won't be coming with me. Plus we travel to very hot countries at the moment, so I think it'll be a little bit scorching. But to get my abdominals closer together is the most important thing, and to have a functional core where I'm not leaking any urine, I'm not having any sort of accidents like that, not getting any incontinence issues, not getting any back pain or any related pelvic pain. I feel like I'm well on the road to achieving that, so I will wear it for 1 more month, and then I'll do a final check in with you. So I'm now at the 8-week postnatal mark, ready for my final check-in on my Bellefit review. I have been wearing it for a total of 6 weeks now. I started wearing it at 2 weeks postnatal, and for the past 2 weeks I've been wearing it on the tighter clasps. The Bellefit has been used for its intended job, and if I was going to continue wearing it I'd probably need a smaller size. Like I said, they do come in different sizes. I feel that it's been really beneficial for my diastasis overall. I do feel that my abdominals have moved together much faster than they did during my first postnatal journey when I didn't wear a girdle regularly. I do also feel that it's been great for postural awareness and to help me feel more confident when I'm out and about, because it does pull my stomach in a little bit, so it gives me a little bit more shape no matter what I'm wearing. Has it helped to decrease my stomach any faster than last time when I didn't wear the girdle? No, it hasn't. Doesn't mean that it might not for other people. I'm just comparing it to my first postnatal journey, but as I've mentioned earlier, there are a lot of factors involved in that, so it's a little bit hard to measure. My stomach's currently measuring 89 centimeters at the 2-month postnatal mark, and the first time round it was 86 centimeters, so it's not decreasing any faster. That being said, you know, I am not exercising as much as I did the first time. I'm a mum of 2 now. I'm not eating as perfectly, so yeah, perhaps if all of those factors had been the same, then I might have seen a faster decrease in my stomach measurements. But overall, I'm really happy with the Bellefit girdle. It's been comfortable, and I do think it's been beneficial for my diastasis. I'll leave a link to the Bellefit website down below. Now, this is an affiliate link, which means if you choose to purchase through that link, that I will earn a commission at no extra cost to you. And yeah, if you decide to purchase through that link, I really appreciate it. It just allows me to continue to keep producing videos like these. And when you do get to the checkout, enter the code ELLY, that's ELLY, and you will get $20 discount on any purchase over $67.50. And if you like this video, please remember to like, comment, subscribe, and click on the little bell button, which will mean that you'll get notified when I post more videos like these.